At that moment, Claire was incredibly worried about her father's injury. She never expected that Martin Serrano, the doctor Gideon had brought, was a complete fraud. Now that Martin had been exposed, who in all of Oris Hill could possibly heal her father's spine? Just as she was thinking this, Charlie walked over to her with Tristan and introduced him. "Claire, this is the renowned Dr. Tristan Finch. He's very experienced and can heal Dad's injury." When Claire and Elaine heard this, they were overjoyed. The mother and daughter never dreamed that Tristan Finch, a top doctor in holistic medicine, would be willing to treat Jacob. Claire said hurriedly, "Mr. Finch, my dad's condition. I'm begging you, please help him." Tristan smiled slightly and said, "Mrs. Wade, please don't worry. Mr. Wade has done something life-changing for me, so I will absolutely give this my all." After he finished speaking, he walked over to Jacob, who was lying on the hospital bed. He took out the pill, carefully cut it in half, and as everyone watched with anticipation, he put half of the medicine into Jacob's mouth. Everyone held their breath. The original doctor at the hospital didn't believe that holistic medicine could cure a spinal injury, but this was the famous Tristan Finch after all. It made him vaguely feel that a miracle might actually happen. Warnia, Salman, Christian, and Orville had all received Charlie's magical medicine before, so they recognized it instantly. They were also eager to see just how amazing this magical medicine was. Could it truly cure high paraplegia? A moment later, Jacob's body trembled slightly. His face, which had been extremely pale, began to flush with color, and his closed eyes slowly fluttered open. When Jacob opened his eyes, he felt a jolt. His whole body felt warm and comfortable in a way he couldn't describe, and the deep bone marrow pain was slowly fading away. He instinctively tried to sit up, and at that moment a scene unfolded that stunned everyone. Jacob, relying on his own strength, actually got up from the hospital bed. Everyone there was shocked when they saw it. Claire covered her mouth and cried with joy. Tristan Finch truly was a master of holistic medicine. He had healed her father. And as Orville and the others witnessed Jacob recover completely, they were even more in awe of Charlie. They knew that the half pill Jacob ate was the same magical medicine Charlie had created, the very same medicine they all now possessed. And now they were seeing its incredible power with their own eyes. Spinal injury cured with just half a capsule. They were all beyond excited. At the same time, they couldn't help but think to themselves, Mr. Wade is truly a god among men. The pill he created could instantly cure even high paraplegia. It was a true life-saving medicine. Tristan was so shocked he felt like he was going to faint. This was a medical miracle. Even with all the advancements in modern medicine, it was impossible to cure high paraplegia, and yet it was cured with just half a magic drug. Thinking of this, he was so excited that he carefully tucked the other half into an inside pocket of his clothes. This was the extra half of the magical medicine that Mr. Wade had rewarded him with. He had to keep it safe. At that moment, Jacob felt the astonishing changes in his body, and his expression was one of complete disbelief. He vaguely remembered being in a car accident and not being able to move at all. But now, it felt as if the accident had never even happened. His body felt so good it was hard to believe, even better than before he was injured. What was going on? Jacob couldn't help but ask Claire, "Claire, what happened to me?" Claire, pulling herself together, started to cry. "Dad, you were almost paralyzed in a car accident. We have the doctor to thank." Then she walked over to Tristan and said gratefully, "Thank you so much for this, doctor. If it weren't for you, my dad would have been helpless." With a solemn look on her face, she started to bow to thank Tristan. Tristan quickly helped her up. He wanted to tell her the truth. He was the one who should be thanking Mr. Wade. Without Mr. Wade's medicine, he couldn't have cured her father. The recovery was entirely due to Mr. Wade's magical medicine. But remembering that Charlie didn't want to reveal his abilities, Tristan Finch had no choice but to bite the bullet and say, "Mrs. Wade, it was a small matter. You don't need to be so polite. Without the magical medicine from Mr. Wade, even a master of holistic medicine would have no cure for high paraplegia." The doctor in charge of the hospital was also stunned. He looked at Tristan Finch and said, his voice trembling, "Mr. Finch, you've created a world-class medical miracle. You could win the top prize in medicine for this. This is a monumental achievement for all of humanity." Tristan smiled awkwardly and said, "You're too kind. I only came across this magic medicine by accident. Otherwise, even with all my skill, I couldn't have helped someone recover like this." The attending doctor sighed. "Your magic medicine is a miracle in itself. If it could be mass-produced, I can't even imagine how many people it would help." Tristan shook his head. "My magical medicine was created by someone with magical powers. It's incredibly rare in the world. I only have half a dose left, so mass production is out of the question." The attending doctor sighed and said, "That's a real shame." Claire quickly stepped forward and asked the attending doctor, "Doctor, given his current condition, how soon can my father be discharged from the hospital?" The attending doctor said, "Well, I just examined Jacob's condition. The spinal injury has been repaired, and his other injuries to the body have recovered very well. However, I still recommend we observe him in the hospital for a few days. Let Jacob get some proper rest." Tristan, who was standing to the side, also spoke up. "Yes, Mrs. Wade. When it comes to injuries, treatment is only 30% of the healing process. The other 70% is rest. So I suggest that Mr. Wilson not be in a hurry to leave the hospital. He should take a few days here to recover." Claire nodded hurriedly and said, "Then let's have him stay in the hospital for a few days." Hearing this, Charlie turned to Tristan, Warnia, and the others. "Thank you all for rushing over to see my father-in-law. I really appreciate it. But now that he's on the mend, he needs to rest quietly." Everyone nodded quickly. Now that Mr. Wade had spoken, it was time for them to leave so they wouldn't cause a scene. So Warnia, Tristan, Christian, Salman, and Orville all respectfully said their goodbyes to Charlie. As Charlie was seeing them out, Elaine, his mother-in-law, turned to Claire, her expression filled with worry. "Claire, Charlie is a good-for-nothing, and now he's getting good at fooling people. He's playing all these powerful people for fools. This is a recipe for disaster." Hearing her mother's warning, Claire felt uneasy too. She also thought that Charlie dabbling in this energy alignment stuff for these powerful people was like walking a tightrope over the Grand Canyon, incredibly dangerous. She'd heard stories about so-called psychics who had scammed celebrities before, and when they were exposed, they faced some serious consequences. If Charlie kept this up, who knew what could happen to him? Elaine saw that Claire was worried too, and knowing she'd struck a nerve, she pressed her advantage. "After your dad gets out of the hospital, you have to divorce him. Otherwise, what happens when these people figure out he's been fooling them? Our whole family will pay the price," Elaine added. "Did you forget what happened to Gideon Graham? He was thrown down the stairs just like that. Charlie has lied so much to these people, I can't imagine how he'll end up." Claire said, "Mom, Charlie just got a genius doctor to save Dad." "How can you say something like that? That's so ungrateful." "Why can't I?" Elaine said angrily. "Don't you see? His situation is like one of those risky investments. It could blow up at any moment, and when it does, everything will be gone." Claire said very seriously, "Mom, no matter what, I will not choose to divorce Charlie." But even as she said it, Claire couldn't help but worry. She wasn't afraid that Charlie would bring trouble to her or the Wilson family, but she was terrified that these powerful people would retaliate against him. Thinking about it, she decided she had to convince Charlie to stop fooling people with all this superstition stuff before he got himself into real trouble. When Elaine heard her daughter's refusal, she snapped, "You child! Are you trying to drive me crazy?" Just then, Charlie walked back in after seeing everyone off. Elaine was about to say more, but the attending doctor interrupted. "Excuse me, you'll need to complete the admission paperwork now so we can start his follow-up care and rehabilitation." "Okay." Claire turned her head and said to Charlie, "Do you have that $180,000 check that Doris refunded us?" "Yes," Charlie nodded. "I'll go pay for it now." With that, Charlie turned and left the room again. When Elaine heard the words $180,000 check, she immediately asked, "Check? What check? Where did you get a check like that?" Claire explained. "It's from Doris at the M. Grand Group. It's a refund for my office rent. They're letting me use the office in the Wingstar Tower for free now." Elaine said excitedly, "Seriously? That's amazing! Wow, so you saved us $180,000. Then she quickly asked the doctor, "By the way, how much do we have to pay for the hospital stay?" The attending doctor said, "Since the patient has recovered, all that's left is rehabilitation and nursing care. It's actually not that expensive. You can just put down a $20,000 deposit for now." When Elaine heard they only needed to pay $20,000, the wheels in her head started turning. The check was for $180,000. That meant there would be $160,000 left over. Thinking of this, she quickly said to Claire, "I'll go find Charlie. I'll take care of the payment." Then she rushed out to catch up with him. Charlie was walking to the payment office when he suddenly heard a rush of footsteps behind him. He turned his head and saw his mother-in-law, Elaine. Elaine stopped in front of him, panting, and ordered, "Charlie, give me the check. I'll pay the bill." Charlie had no idea she was scheming to pocket the remaining $160,000, so he said, "Mom, you should go back and stay with Dad. I'll take care of the payment." Elaine glared at him and said angrily, "Stop arguing with me. I said I'll do it. Just give me the check and go back to the room and help Claire."